And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be doing the Starlight Celebration in Final Fantasy XIV for the year 2021. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So we are here in the amphitheater at 10:09 in Old Gridania, and we need to talk to Grenage. So the quest is called A Very Yeti Starlight. It's that special time of year where the street lights up the Starlight Celebration once more. Our preparations are underway. Am is busy readying for the festivities at the amphitheater and may just have a special task for you. Well, if it isn't my favourite adventurer, I hope you haven't forgotten about me in the year since we met. You'll be lending a hand with the festivities again this year, won't you? Because I could certainly use your help. You see, I have something of a beast problem. Nothing dangerous, I assure you, but it's not exactly my area of expertise. And I imagine a seasoned veteran such as yourself, with all your experience dealing with Eorzea's more exotic fauna, would be better suited for the task. Come on out, Rudy. Yep. So this little fellow is Rudy, at least that's what I've been calling him. He appeared all of a sudden as I was making my usual preparations, and now he doesn't even seem to want to leave. I was wary at first, but he hasn't tried to cause any trouble. I dare say he's even better behaved than some of my little helpers. I've grown so fond of him. I just couldn't resist making him a little costume. Doesn't he look adorable in it? Yep. The only problem is that it's as if he's trying to tell me something. It seems terribly important to him, but for the life of me, I can't figure out what it might be. I don't suppose there's anything you might be able to do to help, is there? Yep. Forgive me, I know I'm asking the nigh impossible. After all, it's not as if an adventurer like yourself has the ability to commune with beasts. Oh, whatever am I to do? It looks like you could use some help, my dear. Okay. What? Did that squirrel just speak? By the 12, a talking squirrel. You can understand us? On us auspice, as I presume. Ah, the reactions never fail to amuse. Yes, I can understand and speak your language just fine, for you see, I am what is known as an auspice, a beast proficient in the tongues of man. If you have travelled to the Far East, you may have encountered others of my kind. But allow me to introduce myself. I am Risei, a wanderer who goes wherever duty, sentiment, and the sweet smell of delectable desserts takes me. A meeting with an old friend is what called me to Eorzea, but your festivities piqued my interest. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation, and it struck me that I might be of service. With Rudy, you can understand him? I would be a sad excuse for an auspice if I could not. So allow me to provide some enlightenment. It seems your furry little friend would entreat a favour of you. To wit, he is troubled by the fact that he's a bit of a runt compared to his brothers. They hardly even treat him like a real Yeti, making fun of him for the tiny snowballs he makes. Snowballs? Indeed, I heard that Yetis incapacitate and capture their prey by blowing frosty balls of snow and ice. Yep. Your friend would politely point out that this is not true of all Yetis. Rudy and his kin live peacefully deep in the mountains, a far cry from the savage beasts that roam Corvus. They vie for supremacy among themselves, not through violence, but by competing to see who can build the biggest snowballs. Rudy was practicing making snowballs in secret to prove himself when he fell from a small precipice and got himself lost. He wandered the forest aimlessly for days, and had just about given up all hope when a white-haired fellow found and rescued him. The kindly fellow in question was none other than the Saint of Nimia. He says, saved our poor Rudy before gallivanting off to the Starlight Celebration. Poor Rudy, alas, didn't even get a chance to thank him, so now he wishes to find the Saint and properly express his gratitude. Oh, isn't the white-haired guy he's talking about like Hildebrand's dad? What a touching story. Truly a Starlight miracle, and I do very much wish I could help. I'm sorry, Rudy, I fear I haven't a clue where the Saint is right now. He never sticks to one place for too long, you see. Always busy delivering gifts to the children the realm over. Yip. The Saint will know that you're a good Yeti. The best way to show thanks would be to pay his kindness forward. That's right. If you bring joy to all the young ones for the Starlight Celebration, you can be one of his little helpers. Why, if you're lucky, you might even be able to meet him again. Yip. Rudy says that he would be happy to help. As for that matter, would I. At the very least, I can avail you as an interpreter. You'll be lending a hand too, won't you? I understand that this is all rather sudden, but please tell me you'll agree. I'm sure that it would mean the world to Rudy. Splendid. Now let us come up with a plan for getting the little one involved in the festivities. Okie dokie. Alright, so where did he go? Over there. So let's catch up to him. Okay, so we caught up with him, so let's talk to him. So I thank you again for your aid. Now there must be something special Rudy can do for the children of the Starlight season. But what could that be? Might have any ideas? Yep. What's that you say? The snowballs you make are so tiny that no one would ever want them. Do not be so hard on yourself, my little friend. Clearly your talents simply lie elsewhere, and it is our job to help you find them. Perhaps you could join the choir, for example. Can you sing? Let's hear it. Yep. Thank you, Rudy. That was most unique. Unfortunately, perhaps it's not the best fit for singing Starlight carols. There must be something we can do. I would hear your thoughts, adventurer. We could compose a carol to better suit his voice. I could make snowballs for a snowball fight. Snowball-themed gifts should do the trick. I mean, won't they melt? Snowball-themed gifts? Why, by the gods, I think you might be onto something. That reminds me, what do you think of these? Pray tell. I picked them up in order. It's some kind of traditional confection, but they look rather snowballish, don't they? Perhaps we could make something similar for the festival goers to nibble on. Yep. That's right, Rudy. This is your chance to prove yourself once and for all. You're going to make the loveliest, most scrumptious snowball trees any Yeti ever has, and will be with you every step of the way. You just need to have faith in yourself. Yep. Well, if it's sweets we're making, I know just the person to help. Mother Mion of the Carnel Canopy. I'm staying in a room there, and I must say, I found her confections to be second to none. Shall we then? Like, how does a squirrel have money to rent a room? Anyway, let's go to the Carnel Canopy. Okay, so we caught up with them. Let's talk. So, Mother Mion, there is something my friends and I would discuss with you. Yep. Quite the motley bunch, I see. What is it that brings you all here? I see. In that case, you've come to at the perfect time. I believe I know a way this might work in both of our favors. In the midst of preparing the Starlight gift boxes for the children at Ben Branch Meadows, exotic snow themed sweets would be a most welcome addition. Then furnish you with said sweets we shall. That is, once we figure out precisely how we're going to make them. You leave that to me. I'll have a working recipe for you before you know it. In the meantime, might I ask that you pick up some of the ingredients we'll need in advance. I'll put it all on my tab so you can simply pick up everything and bring it here. It would be our pleasure, and don't you worry, Rudy, our adventurer friend and I will handle the transactions. Yip yip yip. You do the shopping all by yourself, you say? Mithrie need only stand back and watch, if you insist. What an eager little helper your friend is. Here, I've made a list of everything we need. Simply show this to the shopkeepers and they'll take care of you. The flour you can procure at the Whistling Miller, and the oil at the Botanist Guild. Stay warm out there, yes? And with that, let's be off. First stop, the Whistling Miller. With us, Rudy. Yep. Okay, so let's go to the Miller. Okay, so we made it to the Whistling Miller. So let's talk to Rudy. Yep. Is that a baby Yeti? Why is it dressed as one of the Saints of Nimia's helpers? Yep, yep. A letter from Mother Mion. Let's see here. Ah, now I see. You're running an errand for the Carnal Canopy. Well, I can certainly help with that. Give me just a moment and I'll fetch you your flour. Here you are. This should be enough to last me on for a while. Don't work yourself too hard now. Yip yip yip. So, well, would you look at that? It would seem our friend Rudy is a natural at this. I dare say it couldn't have gone any smoother. If we did it ourselves. Now to the Botanist Guild for some oil. Off we go. Alright. Hopefully the journey to the Botanist Guild will be smoother than my speaking. So, let's go. Okay, so we caught up with Rudy at the Botanist Guild. So, yip 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 yip. Be gone, foul beast. Back to the forest with you. Yip yip. Oh dear, seems our little friend is something of a pickle. We could go to his aid, but let us wait a bit still. It would give the lad more confidence to be able to overcome this predicament himself. It won't leave. Oh, what to do? I'd rather not involve the wood whalers. Yip 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 yip. A note. Could it be that you're here on an errand of sorts? Well, I'll be. Cooking ingredients for Mother Mion. And here I thought that you are some savage beast who'd wandered in here to cause trouble. If frying oil is all you need, I'd be happy to oblige. Just a moment. Careful now, it's heavy. And do take care on your way back to the canopy, yes? Yip yip yip. Well, would you look at that? Rudy managed fine on his own after all. And now that we have everything we need, let's head back to the Carnal Canopy and get all this to Mion. Okay, let's go. Alright, so we caught back up with Rudy. Yip yip yip. Good to see you back safe and sound. And just look at how well you performed your little errand. You really are a wonderful little helper. And with that, we have everything we need to make Starlight treats for the children. It'll take me a little while to prepare, so how about a cup of piping hot tea while you wait? That would be splendid, Mother Mion. Though I dare say it might make me even hungrier for a little something sweet to go with it. Yip yip yip. Yip 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 yip. Amazing. I expected nothing less from you, Mion. Truly your confections are simply to die for. You flatter me, Risei. Incidentally, you might be interested to hear that this is a traditional dessert called Schneeballs, named after an old Hellsguard word meaning snowball. A perfect fit for a Yeti, wouldn't you say? Oh, so it was no mere coincidence that they looked like snowballs. Yep, yep, yep. You know, Rudy, you shouldn't let yourself be discouraged by what your siblings might say to you. There's no shame in being different from everyone else. After all, just look at me. I'm hardly like all the other squirrels out there, and do I let it bother me? Not at all. We should be proud of what sets us apart from the others, not ashamed. Yep, 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 yep. And once we finish making these, my gift boxes will be ready for delivery to Bench Branch Meadows. Speaking of which, would you like to help in handing them out? There's no better reward for hard work than watching the children's faces light up with joy. Don't worry, you won't have to do all the work. I'll be asking the Starlight Celebrants to assist as well. Well, what do you say? Yep, yep, yep. Rudy says he'd love to, and would most appreciate it if you would join us. You'll do this for him, yes? Yeah, my thanks. We'll make a few more batches of these and pack them up into gift boxes for you. Aunt will be able to tell you what to do from there. Duly noted. Thank you for everything, Mother Mion. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Alright. Let's go back to the amphitheater. Okay, we made it back to the amphitheater, so let's talk to her. So, welcome back. I trust that everything is well with our newest little helper. Rudy and the two of you are helping Mother Mion make snowball-shaped confections. What a splendid idea. The children will be delighted, I'm sure. Well done, Rudy. I'm so proud of how far you've come. Yep, yep. Furthermore, we would like to assist in handing out the present at Brent Branch Meadows, if we may. Of course, I wouldn't want you to miss out on the joy of delivering the goodies and seeing the children's smiling faces. Thank you for sticking around, my friend. If you'd like, I'd be happy to tell you more about the festivities so that you can get fully into the Starlight spirit. Cool. And then the next quest is called Time to Shine. So Am knows just what you and your friends can do to put smiles on the children's faces. Well, I do believe it's time to deliver presents to the children. You're still willing to help out, yes? It would be our pleasure, Rudy. In particular, and we'll be... So Rudy in particular, and we'll be there to support him all along the way. Excellent. On to business then, my fellow celebrant. Bainfield has been placed in charge of this task. Seek him out at Bent Branch Meadows and he'll tell you everything you need to know. Okay, so we should be able to teleport straight there. Okay, Bent Branch Meadows, so let's just teleport. Okay. It's Bainfield. About time you showed up. I'll mention that you might be helping out, and believe you me, we could use all the help we can get. I hate you. Merry Christmas. Then you will have ours. My friend Yeti friend Rudy and Mithrie and I, Rizé, are more than happy to aid. Though I must say, Mother Beyond truly outdid herself this time. Just look at all these presents. Might I suggest that we split the duties? That we might deliver them to the children in a more efficient manner? Mithrie, why don't you take a batch and go with Rudy? Meanwhile, I'll get started with the opposite side. Yep, 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 yep. Dear me, Rudy's so raring to go that it might be best to stand aside a bit and leave him to it. It would do wonders for his confidence, and I'm sure the children would delight in getting a gift from a seasonally fit snow creature. Cool. How far did he go? Okay, just at the other side of Bent Branch. So let's go. Yep, yep, yep. So, a snow beast, please don't eat me. Yep. A present for us? Why? You must be one of the Saint's little helpers. Rudy gave the children their presents. Wow, these look absolutely delicious, and I was just thinking about how hungry I was. Lucky me. Are you sure that these are safe to eat? I suppose they must be, or that adventurer would do something about it. Anyhow, thank you. Thank you, Fluffy, little helper. We'll be sure not to eat them all at once. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, next. Oh, thankfully I've got the extra fast run speed in this zone. Yep, yep, yep. You what? It's a monster. You... Adventurer, do something about this. Wait, I think it's holding something. What have you got there, little friend? Are those presents for us? Yep. Rudy gave the children their presents. What are these? Some kind of snowball-shaped cake? I've never seen anything like them before. They look so good, and I'm going to tell all my friends I got them from the Saint's cutest helper of them all. They smell delicious. Thank you very much for the gift, little helper. And you too, Mrs. Adventurer. Yep, yep, yep. Alrighty. So let's now go back to Bainfjeld. You should be proud of yourselves. Your snowball's sweet's the talk of the town. And not just among the wee ones. You brought us all a Starlight miracle this year. What the? Yetis? Yetis in the city? Take cover at once. That voice, did that come from the city gates? Collective nodding. What in the seven hells is going on? I know not from where, but a pair of the most fearsome Yetis just stormed into the city. Grow. Yep, yep, yep. Oh dear, I see, yes. Lend me your ears, friends. There is no need to panic. Our large friends here haven't come to attack us. They are simply Rudy's siblings. Come to take their little brother home. You're a lucky little Yeti to have such a good family worrying after you. Rudy, even if they do look like they're about to give a good whopping. Indeed, I cannot deny that they are a bit perturbed. To hear them tell it, they are rather upset that Rudy allowed himself to be captured so easily. Captured? I think he can't fend for himself, do they? Yep. Tell them that's not what happened. Give them what for? Yep. Grrr. Yep. Grrr. Yep. Well, what are they saying? Did they sort it out? Oh, I say. Our little friend Rudy really told them off. He told them all about the delicious snowball treats we made together and how the children's faces lit up when we gave them their presents. He said that he may be small, but he's proud that as he can be of what he's accomplished, and he won't let anyone belittle him anymore. Yep. Say, Rudy, how about letting your brothers try your snowballs? A taste is worth 1,000 words, after all. Aye, nothing like sharing tasty treats to bring a family together. Great. Well, isn't that nice of him? He just apologized for how they treated Rudy all these times. He says he's proud to call Rudy his brother, and that Rudy is more than welcome to join in their snowball fights and all their Yeti games. Yep. Oh, there he is. Alright, so let's speak again with Rudy. Yep. Rudy says that he intends to return with his brothers to their mountain home, that he so very much enjoyed his time with us. He only wishes he could have properly thanked the Saints of Nimia before he left. I wouldn't worry about that. I reckon the Saints heard clear as can be. Look, this was sitting by those tasty morsels you made. It's a letter from you-know-who. A letter from Voldemort? Dear Rudy, your delightful little snowball tree simply sparkled with the festive starlight spirit. I dare say that you were the finest of all my helpers this season. Ho ho ho. Do you hear that, Rudy? It would seem that the saint was watching you work the whole time. Yep. Yep. Oh, Rudy, of course. Mithrie will miss you too. Mithrie, Rudy says that were it not for you and the rest of us, he never would have realized what he was capable of or found the confidence to stand up to his brothers. He says everyone he met here was so incredibly kind, and it was because of that he was able to make the best snowballs he's ever made. He says thank you, Mithrie, for making the most miraculous, memorable starlight of his life. Yep. Fare thee well, Rudy, and promise that you'll come back to see your friends again someday. Back home you go then. Take care of yourself out there. Aye, it'll be lonely here without the little guy. Worry not, my friends. Your and Rudy's path may very well cross again somewhat. After all, we never know what fate has in store for us. And with that, we had best return to report to Am. I suggest that she'll be thrilled if sad to hear that Rudy has gone away from home. Right, let's go back to the amphitheater. Okay, we go back to Am, so let's talk to her. So, all done handing out the presents, are you? Thank you very much. And good work, Rue. Wait, where's Rudy gone off to? Home with his brothers, but I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Oh, to ruffle his fluffy fur one last time. You were quite fond of the little fellow, weren't you? Of course, who wouldn't get attached to the adorably pouty little face? Oh well, if he's happy now, that's all that matters. And now, allow me to thank you both once more. Not that just for your help with the festivities, but for everything you did for Rudy as well. You helped him find the confidence he needed to make his siblings accept him. Why, if Rudy's exploits don't fill you with the spirit of Starlight, I dare say nothing will. Why, I'm feeling more enthusiastic about the celebration than ever. And as head celebrant, I will do all in my power to spread joy and smiles with as much passion as Rudy did. I too very much enjoyed the time we spent together. Truly, it was full of new experiences to look back upon fondly. Isn't that so, Mithrie? Yeah, I fear the time has come for us to part ways. After all, I've lands to traverse and people to meet, and sweets to eat. I very much hope to see you again someday. And who is to say? Should you ever find yourself in a pinch with a beast again, I very well might show up to lend a hand. Farewell. Thank you truly. I know it isn't much, but please take this as a humble token of my appreciation. And believe it or not, the saint himself has expressed an interest in meeting you. No doubt he wishes to thank you in person. Whenever you have a moment, pray just say the word. Okay, so it's complete, and let's get these two minions. It says, wind up Rudy, eager to help, though perhaps not suited to guiding sleighs. And then the Squirrel Emperor, a once more powerful and adorable than a certain Simian King. Okay, it's complete. Alrighty, so we got Friend to the Fury, or Furry, sorry. And then Saintly Inspiration. A certain esteemed personage will speak to you immediately, and is ready to introduce you. Is it strange that I got so attached to Rudy in such a short time? Either way, I only hope that we can meet him again someday. But this is no time to get all sentimental. I have work to do, and remember, the Saint of Nimia wishes to have a word with you, if you've the time to spare. He didn't mention exactly what he wants, but he was more insistent than that you come along. Whatever you think, blah 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 blah. That's what happens when I just don't read. Okay, there he is. There is Hildebrand's father. I probably should just do my videos this way from now on. Blah blah blah, ho ho ho, blee 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 blah 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 blee 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 blue blah 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 blue. And thank you for joining me, my adventurer friend. As I no doubt you know, I am the Saint of Nimia, bringer of gifts and joy to children all across the realm. Am has told me all about your exploits this Starlight season, and I simply had to express my gratitude in person. Truth be told, I was observing you the whole time from a distance. Why, I almost wish I could have joined you myself, but it is policy to stay out of the spotlight. Or the starlight, as it were. Besides, you and your furry friends were having such a jolly time that I couldn't bring myself to intrude. Watching Rudy help make those delightful snowball trees and grow into a confident little helper was a wonder to behold. A true Starlight miracle. It's like shut up! But, which brings me to my request. I was hoping you might inspire me the same way that you did young Rudy. For you see, as much as it pains me to admit this, I find myself at a loss for new gift ideas this year. And so, if you could spare the time, I was hoping that we might spend a little time together. Just the two of us. What say you, friend? What are you getting at? And what would we do? Wink. I just want a taste of inspiration of yours. Yes, I'm sure some quality time with you is precisely what I need to rekindle my creative spirit. No need to look so alarmed. I won't ask much of you. I simply would have you accompany me on a little stroll under the stars. After all, the decorations are most lovely, so why don't we take in the festive atmosphere together? We can amble all around Orgridania and make our way to Nofika's altar. There are a few spots in particular I'd like to take in with you along the way. Just one would be plenty if you've other places to be, though I can spare the time. I would love to see 3. And with that, let us be off. Ready? Then let us enjoy ourselves a most inspiring stroll. Okay, so the same enemy is now accompanying you. You may choose from 6 destinations. Apkalu Falls, the Lancers Guild, the Level Workers Guild, the Marketplace, Watermill, and the Great Loam Growery. Furthermore, you must stay close to your companion in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave the saint behind by entering a different area, putting too much distance between you, or by speaking with him and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have the saint join you again, return and speak with him at the original location. Okay, so they actually added the sort of trailing, following missions even in the old areas. Cool. Alright, let's quickly go to the... They said Level Workers Guild first? Hang on. Yeah, so we have to go inside. Okay. Oh, what a remarkable collection of most masterfully crafted level work. I would expect nothing less from the home of the Fenyi brand. These would make marvelous gifts indeed, though perhaps not for the children. For one as cultured as you, however, I do believe that this bag would be perfect. It complements your powerful silhouette most remarkably. What do you say? Might you have something in mind for me? There are a few greater pleasures in life than exchanging presents with friends and loved ones. Just imagining the delight in their eyes upon receiving the item you so carefully chose for them. This stroll truly has been most eye-opening. Doing this every year, one tends to fall into a bit of a routine. Slowly but surely, you are helping me remember the true joys of the season. I dare say I'm feeling as excited and motivated as I did during the inaugural Starlight Celebration. It would appear that the Saint of Nimbia has found some small measure of inspiration. You may make for Nofika's altar if you're ready to end your stroll, or accompany him to other locations that you might inspire him further. Okay. So I think the next place we should go is to the market area. So let us go. I don't want to run too quick because... actually, let me try and sprint. Let me see if he keeps up. Okay, he does sprint as well. It's good news. So here's the market area. I guess we'll work our way like anti-clockwise around this place. Let's speak about the marketplace. But of course, If the perfect series could be found, where else could one find it but a marketplace chock full of the finest wares? By all means, let us have a look around. Of curiosity, what manner of purchase is it that usually inspires you to come to these markets? Arms and armor, perhaps? Or foodstuffs? Something more ornamental? Do tell me if anything has caught your eye. I don't do much shopping. I buy ingredients from time to time. It used to be Pels. And then Square Enix removed them. Belts? Ah yes, those fabled objects that were said to have once held up many an adventurer's pantaloons. And yeah, it's strange. When I try to recall what they look like, I see them only in silhouette, as if they stood betwixt me and the blinding glare. Well, there certainly are plenty of wonderful items from which to draw inspiration. As always, your perceptive has proved most enlightening, my friend. Okay. So now let's go to the Lancers Guild. Not too far from here. Following these blue markers. This is the Lancers Guild right here. Guess it's an excuse to visit all these places. I haven't gone here for ages. Okay. Oh, so these are the barracks of the Wood Whalers. It's most inspiring to see everyone hard at work. I hope they would also be inspired to feast their eyes on my own muscles. Though they may be difficult to see through all these clothes. Behold. Oh ho! He likes squatting, does he? Manly. Impressive, are they not? You're free to feel them for yourself if the sight alone does not suffice. Mithrie's like, nope. Come now, friend. There's no need to be shy. But nothing stimulates the mind more than moving one's body. I dare say I'm feeling more inspired by the moment. Okay. Let's go to the next location. So let's look at the map. See where we're headed next. I guess up Curling Falls next. Whoops. That's a river. Or can you only literally select 3? And then you have to go to Nafika's altar. Then you just do it again if you want to do it again. Makes sense. I don't really want to take the A for that because I don't know what will happen here. But I used to spend a lot of time here getting achievement rewards. In the old days. God, I've been playing this game too long. I always liked Gridania. Like, from the 3 cities, Gridania was always my preference. Alright. And let's sprint again. Okay, we're almost there. Almost at the Conjurer's Guild. So, because this is a repeatable quest, you can do this over and over again to get the rewards over and over again. If you want to see the other options. As all good things do, it would seem our little journey together has come to an end. And I could just feel the fire of inspiration coursing through me. Many thanks for the kindling, my friend. Now, all that remains is to bring my ideas to life in the form of gifts for the children. Yes, I must be off to my workshop. That said, I very much enjoyed our little Starlight stroll together. I do hope you feel the same. Must we part so soon? It was entertaining. My apologies if I got a bit carried away at times. As the Saint of Nimia, I vowed to devote my life to helping others. I believe the two of us are rather alike in that sense. And your exploits this season have reminded me anew of just what the Starlight Spirit is all about. Anyone, be they man or beast, can bring joy and wonder to the world if they so choose. It's a wonderful thing, is it not? And now, I must channel all the vim and vigor as you've inspired me to craft my gifts for the children. So I fear it's time we parted ways. Don't tell me. You're curious about what I'll be making for them, yes? Walking about town with you, I was struck by the calmness I felt looking at the streetscapes, veiled in white, and the warmth that welted up in my heart in seeing the smiling faces of the townspeople. That's when it hit me. I could craft snow globes. Yes, little spheres of glass housing scenes depicting the Starlight season here in Gridania. The children would enjoy that, don't you think? And with that, I'd best get to work giving physical form to my ideas. Do send my regards. Cool. Alright, let's now go back to the amphitheater. There's an Aethernet right here, so we should be able to teleport. So, amphitheater. Alright, so here we go. There is So the Saint was beaming from ear to ear on his way out. You must have had quite the time together. But where is my head? He left this special Starlight gift just for you. Well, I do hope that you enjoy the festivities, and if you're so inclined, do check back in with the Saint before the season's over. I'm sure he'd be overjoyed to see you again. Cool. So you can do that mission over and over again if you wish to do more sightseeing with him. So now let's take a look quickly at these minions. So the Wind-Up Rudy and the Squirrel Emperor. So let's summon them. The minion guide. So Rudy. So it says, having served dutifully as one of the Saint's little helpers, Rudy returned to his home deep in the mountains. But thanks to a Starlight miracle, a wandering Saint succeeded in recreating a minion of the fellow so lifelike it breathes. Cool. Let's summon it. Cool. So we can have Rudy following us around all the time. Nice. And then minion. We want the Emperor. I'll just say Emp. Squirrel Emperor. So, fond of mortal children, the Auspice Rizet once transformed itself into a learned man and taught the young ones their letters. Like the real Auspice, this self-created avatar goes wherever the winds of philanthropy and delicious sweet blows. Okay, let's summon. Cool. Look a bit closer. It's so small. Nice. So, anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, as always. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye, guys.